Welcome back to Sanity Brief. How do you deal with clients who don't take your advice? You can't shoot them, and if you fire them, is probably the last resort. But is there something in between there that will help you help your client? Because the client who ignores your advice is one of the most universally reported frustrations in the practice of law. And it sets you up for all kinds of malpractice claims if you don't handle this correctly. Number one, documentation, documentation, documentation. That is not only your slam dunk defense for claims against you, it is your only defense. You cannot tell your client, don't do that, and walk away from that conversation, because clients are notorious for saying, you never told me that. So you have to document it. So if a client is about to do something that you'd just say no, then what you have to do is write them an email or a text or do something that evidences the fact that you told them not to do it. Secondly, ask them to respond to that. Tell them that you need a response to go forward. Yeah, you have to acknowledge that you have told them not to do that. Now, that has two results. One is that's your ace in the hole when they come looking for you after everything goes to hell. Secondly, it's great reverse psychology, because when you put that in writing and you make them acknowledge it, that makes them stop and think, well, maybe he's serious. Maybe he's telling me something I better listen to. Now, it's also helpful if you put in there, is there something that I don't understand, something you need to tell me to help me understand why you insist on not taking my advice? Because that way, if there's something unsaid or something that the client doesn't want to tell you, that'll come to the light of day. And that may resolve a lot of other issues, because when you don't know what the client knows, that's a real problem. And especially when you're telling them don't do that and they're dead set on doing it, there's got to be a reason for it. Finally, know your limits. I mean, I have fired a lot of clients. And the reason I fired them is because I realized that, number one, they weren't taking my advice. And number two, they were going to dig themselves into a hole even I couldn't get them out of. And I'd rather not waste my time with somebody that wouldn't listen to me. So have a red line that if they cross, you're done. And put that in your engagement, that if they fail to take your advice, then you have the right to cease representing them. That way, it's all on the table, and nobody's surprised when they do something that prejudices your case, in their case, that it's not your fault. So remember, documentation, documentation, documentation. Keep coming back for more tips on how to be a better lawyer.
Protect your practice, know your limits, and document everything. Follow Sanity Brief for more practical tips on becoming a better, smarter lawyer.